Hey everybody, welcome back to another video and happy Friday! Being Friday, I am going to be playing around with some potatoes today. I've really only used my spiralizer to make zucchini noodles and zoodles, carrot noodles, koodles, some sweet potato noodles. That's Luna playing with her ball in the background. My little puppy dog, if you're not sure. Welcome to new subscribers, by the way. I've had quite a few newcomers over the last week or so. Thank you so much for subscribing and for being here. Hopefully you'll get something useful out of my videos. Maybe a laugh, maybe something inspiring, whatever it will be. Thank you and welcome aboard. Anyway, as I said, it's Friday today, so I'm going to try playing around with some potato noodles, some poodles, if you will. So I just thought they'd make some really nice crispy potatoes in the oven. They'll be for my lunch, and I'll make enough so that the kids can have some when they get home from school. I'm super proud of my littlest child today. I'm proud of both my boys. I'm always proud of both my boys. But the littlest one got Student of the Week award today. And he's a good little egg. He's only in prep, which is the first grade in Australia, in Victoria. So anyway, proud mum, beautiful kids, making them fries. So let's get into it. So I'm starting with 4 fairly large washed potatoes, and I've got my spiralizer there ready to go. Don't worry though, I won't be eating all 4 potatoes. As I said in a few videos ago, I am still definitely eating plenty of carbs, just not gorging on them because I just tend to overeat otherwise. So I'll have probably 2 of the potatoes and I'll save the rest for the kids. So with the first one, I used a flat blade that I thought was going to come out in like one long flat kind of spiral, but really they look a bit disappointing, don't they? But I figure they're still a nice thin chip, so they still will crisp up in the oven okay. But for the second tray, for the other 2 potatoes, I am doing curly fries. So these are more like your traditional spiral noodles. So that's the same blade that I would use for zucchini noodles, things like that, with a nice springy curl. So after I've got all of those organised, I've laid them on 2 baking trays that are lined with parchment paper. And on one lot of potato chips, I am having garlic powder, onion powder, a bit of Italian herbs, and some nutritional yeast, which is very high in vitamin B if you're a new vegan. B12, that is, or all B vitamins. On the second lot of curly fries, I am having taco seasoning. Now, I bought this premix to try. Honestly, I think I prefer to make my own. In my own, I just put cumin or cumin, some coriander, some ground chilli, and some onion, garlic, and oregano, and just a bit of salt on there too. So they are both looking deliciously seasoned and ready to go in the oven. Yummo. So I've preheated my oven to 220 degrees Celsius. So for you guys in Fahrenheit, that would be about 410, something like that. About that, 400 to 410. It is not 9:19 in the morning. That clock on the oven is wrong. It's actually 20 to 2 in the afternoon. But this is basically my brunch. I just don't tend to eat first thing in the morning. but then I usually break my fast. Today's a little bit later because I was at the school assembly this morning. But I am going to cook up some of my favourite veggies to have with these fries. Even before I was vegan, to be honest, mushrooms, tomatoes and spinach are my favourite combo. I just love it. It's my favourite meal on toast, with rice, with pasta, however. So I'm frying up these little cute button mushrooms whole with a bit of just garlic paste. Now, this garlic paste, there's no oil or anything in it. It's just got a little bit of vinegar. So I know it's a little bit lazy, but it just saves mucking around with a fresh clove. So frying those up and also adding in, once they start to brown up a little bit, that's just a non-stick fry pan. So oil free, just adding in a little bit of soy sauce, just a splash. You can have as little or as much as you like, but it was probably only about a teaspoon. But see how it's given that yummy caramelised sticky brown colour. So I've thrown the tomatoes in there, some yummy fresh chopped tomatoes with the mushrooms, and the tomatoes will pick up the flavour of the soy as well and help it to cook a little bit, as well as their juices that come out. Frying up nicely and adding a little bit of spinach on top of that to wilt, and yum, oh, delicious. So I just wanted something nice and fresh and colourful to go with the fries. So now that that's sautéed down, the spinach has started to wilt, looking great. I'm going to plate that up and then check on these potatoes. How are they going? So it's been 20 minutes in the oven, and I was hoping they'd have a little bit more colour on them, to be honest. So I've decided to put them back in for another probably 10 minutes. And we'll see how they go. But this was the number one mistake that I made. I decided to crank the oven up because I was hungry and I wanted to eat them. So I cranked it up to 230. Now, this was an error because, as you'll soon see, yum, how good's that looking? As you'll soon see, the oven was then too hot. I'll show you in a minute. I'm just dressing these veggies here with my favourite dressing that I have on everything. A bit of tahini, some salt, just a little crack of sea salt, some lemon juice, and a little bit of sriracha. Delicious. Just make that up according to your own taste buds. Just taste it as you go, but oh yeah, and add a little splash of water to thin it down a bit. Okay, so now if you'll see, these are looking much darker on the tops, but not so evenly cooked all throughout. So see how there's a few much darker, crispier bits, especially on those flat ones. The noodly ones there, the curlier ones, they were probably a lot better, but still they didn't cook quite so evenly. So I should have kept the oven at a lower temperature. But tasting one, still delicious, just not even. Anyway, that's all right, moving on. Plate them up and get ready to enjoy. Potatoes, oven, crispy, curly fries 2 ways. And some left over for the kids. They'll be wrapped with those. Yummo. So the verdict is in. Would I make them again? Absolutely. They were delicious. But next time I would cook them on a lower temp for a little bit longer. So I ended up doing them basically for about 25 minutes on quite a high heat. I next time would probably do about 35 to 40 minutes on probably 180. Probably about 40 minutes on 180. I just think they'd cook a lot more evenly. So 180 Celsius is probably, 350 Fahrenheit it is. So yeah, for about 40 minutes or so. Check them after half an hour, but I reckon they'll probably need a little bit more and they'll cook more evenly. But they were still very, very tasty and they were cooked enough, just not evenly. So I would definitely do it again. So anyway, there you go. Curly fries, potatoes 2 ways. Hope you enjoy and have a fabulous weekend. Have a good rest if that's what you need, or get out and about if you need to see some people, have some fun. It is World Vegan Day here on Sunday, so we are super excited. We're all heading off as a family. Hoping to catch up with a few fellow vegans. I believe Bonnie Rebecca is heading down. I saw her say that in a video a couple of days ago. So hopefully we'll get to meet Bonnie. Hoping Joey Carbstrong will be there because the kids think he's pretty awesome, as do we. He's a bit of an idol to my hubby. And yeah, looking forward to a good day out. So anyway, if you're in Melbourne town and you see this before Sunday, get down to World Vegan Day and come and say hello to us if you see us. Anyway, have a great week ahead. Thanks for being here. Give us a like. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.